It's football. I don't know if it's in the game plan, but, it's football. So, sometimes it might be a hold, and it might prevent me from making a play. But, if the refs don't see it, then you just have to move on to the next play.
Do you talk to the refs at all about it during the game?
Yeah, I might say a little something, but, at the end of the day, it's on their call. If they call it, it goes with the game. If they don't, on to the next play.
Is there anything after that one play in particular that Dick was talking about?
Yeah, I was like, you didn't see that? That's all I said. But,
The one when you got pulled to the ground?
yeah, but that was it, though. And they had to go to the next play. I think they was moving fast after that. They had a big play that drive, too.
Yo, there's been so many developments this week if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan going into this Panthers game. Jadeveon Clowney gives his 2 thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles fan base and why he going to lead a family home. Nolan Smith talks about doing it for BG, and Saquon Barkley is the NFC Player of the Month. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know this video was brought to you by BetUS. Big BetUS in the building, bringing you everything you need, man. Listen, man, on your first deposit, get 150%. 150% on your first deposit when you use code YouTube150. 125% on your deposits after that. You got to tap in with BetUS. They got the best betting variety in the business. You get a personalized sport betting agent, all that good stuff, man. When you tap in with BetUS, just do it, man. It don't make no sense not to at this point. BetUS got you covered. They always have. They always will. Let's get into it, man. So the Philadelphia Eagles, man, we take on the Carolina Panthers. They coming up here to Philly. And, the last time we played the Panthers, I think they took away a 17-point lead, so this kind of does still feel like a revenge game and in multiple ways, man. In multiple ways, it still feels like a revenge game to me. We got to go out there and get them everything that they're asking for, in my opinion. But, they seem to be making strides in a positive direction where a lot of people are insinuating or assuming that these guys could be back. Is this a trap game? You know what I mean? Is this a trap game? Do we rest? Do we keep our foot on the gas? What do we do if we're the Philadelphia Eagles? Listen, in my opinion, after seeing the Detroit Lions game last night, you walk away from that feeling that you're the best team in the NFC. You do. Even though the Lions won, it's no shot to the Lions. I just think our top-end talent and the Detroit Lions top-end talent are just performing at a different frequency. I do. I think we have similar coaches, but you approach this Panthers game as business as usual. You do what you do. Nobody's been able to stop what the Philadelphia Eagles can do. We have not even had to go into a different bag because nobody can stop what we can do. We're a physical football team. The Panthers had trouble dealing with the run against the Bucks. Bucky Irvin went wild on those guys, in that last meeting. And now you're facing, one of the front runners for MVP at that position in Saquon Barkley. I think they gave up like 6 yards a carry or something like that. Now, this is what makes this a trap game to the masses and a trap game to me. Bryce Young is playing well. We can't knock it. We got to keep it 100. Bryce Young seems to be developing there with Bryce Young. And it got a lot of people thinking that, that he could pull off some wins late in the season and play spoiler. I don't disregard that, or I don't think that that's impossible to feel that way. I don't think that that's something that Bryce Young can't do. But a power football team like the Philadelphia Eagles, we're just constructed and designed to keep your offense on the sideline if we have to. Close games out late if we have to, and just punish you in the beginning of the game if we have to. Now, we haven't started off strong this year at all in games, but this season is a clear test, in my opinion, that is not how you start, is how you finish. Remember, we started 10-1 last year, and it finished bad. You know what I'm saying? Had we finished strong and started off shaky, we could be having a different conversation. We were talented last year as well. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles, I think in this game against the Carolina Panthers, we put together a complete 4-quarter ass whooping. We open up 4 quarters of ass on the Carolina Panthers, and, we get at them, we get after them and stuff like that. But, the way the team is playing in terms of guys that's being missed, man, it's very interesting what Nolan Smith said about Brandon Graham and his perspective on it, because he was once in the shoes of Brandon Graham.
come together as the season has gone on?
Man, I just say guys hungry. We all talking, and we just playing really good football. We flying around, and we got to keep that going. Keep the energy. Be physical up front. And I just tell all the guys, man, be yourself and just be you. That's why you got here.
Do you feel any more pressure with Brandon out? Brandon Graham out first here.
No, I don't feel no pressure. I feel more of a attack, or more of a do it for him. I know people thought in the Baltimore game I was playing at the end, but no, I was for real. Like, everything from now on we doing for BG, because I was once that senior that left out and I couldn't do nothing but cheer the guys on, and I know how that felt, and I don't never want that on nobody, because it really do hurt.
So, yeah, man, I really like the message from Nolan Smith. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I enjoy guys hit that young reflecting and understanding what BG is going through right now. I think it's a 99% chance that BG come back next year. You know what I mean? Especially if we're able to win it and do this thing for Brandon Graham. I would be ecstatic for that as well. But it's just a beauty to see that Nolan Smith is coming along and understanding, listen, do it for BG. That's how the defensive line is playing. That's how they acting. Now, Bryce Young isn't a guy that gets sacked a lot, but we could bait Bryce Young into making some mistakes. He didn't go against a defense like this. Nobody is winning against a defense like this unless you played this already. The best defense in the National Football League after week 6. The best. The cream of the crop. We are the measuring stick for other defenses in the National Football League right now. It is what it is. I fully expect the Philadelphia Eagles to put Bryce Young in a blender. I fully expect the Philadelphia Eagles to put Bryce Young in a blender. The one thing that worries me about this game slightly is Chuba Hubbard might start getting off, because the run is a strong suit for them if it gets going. Chuba Hubbard did just get signed. You know what I'm saying? Thielen is still somebody you got to worry about. Listen, man, at the end of the day, we're not in a position to be taking nobody light. We're not in a position to take nobody light. Nobody light. And Jadeveon Clowney understands the assignment. He knows they're going into hostile territory. He knows. And we ain't forget what happened with you on Carson Wentz, how you knocked him out of that postseason game when you was playing with Seattle. Jadeveon Clowney know exactly where he's going. And, it's going to be hostile. We want to win every single week. We love our city. We love our fans. And that's going to be displayed on the football field. It is. It is. Congratulations to my dog Saquon. You know what I mean? For getting NFC Player of the Month. You know what I mean? And I know it's been a lot more car videos than usual. I just moved. I just relocated to a new spot. You know what I mean? That means my home studio had to go with me. It's being set up right now. I'm fixing the audio issues. Everything is being broken down from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? I think my first video, you know what I mean? But the setup ain't going to be complete. My first video was going to be from my new location, probably my Sunday post game. But yeah, I'm still moving stuff from my other house to the new house. It's just a lot is going on, but the content going to continue to get pumped out. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, the content going to continue to get pumped out. And furthermore, SMITTY is coming back. SMITTY's coming back to this thing. So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are rounding out into full form at the perfect time. You know what I mean? Full form at the perfect time. What that means is that we will see us at full strength rather sooner than later. I'm glad SMITTY is coming back, because a lot of people, we already know what this means, man. A lot of people are going to start to game plan for the run, for the power football aspect. We just signed a fullback to the practice squad. Like, who's doing that if you're not really looking at becoming a true power offense, a true power out of the I formation type of team? The Philadelphia Eagles are bringing back old school football. And when you bring back old school football, people might be under the impression that we one-dimensional right now. They might really think we one-dimensional right now. The thing is, you just can't stop one of our strong suits. Don't get it confused, man. Shut Saquon Barkley down if you want and force Jalen Hurts to throw that ball to SMITTY and AJ. You're going to get touched up. You're going to get touched up. You're going to get touched up. But since you want to say Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball, make him throw the ball then. Make him throw the ball. I know my quarterback can do whatever. I know he could do whatever. Make him throw the ball. Make him throw the ball, man. That's all I got to say.